guys, this is Dave with Mas Chanclas Adventures, and today I wanted to show you what I did to my Lowe's 3.5 by 5 foot utility trailer. It's my Overland Project trailer that I've been working on for about a month and a half or so. So I'm going to tell you what I did to it and so far, and maybe give you some prices on it, on some of the parts that I did. So let me show you what I did. Alright guys, so what I did first off is I was looking for a small trailer, a utility trailer, so I can build my own and for an overland, as an overland trailer. So the reason I wanted to do that was because, as you can tell from my Tacoma, I've got a bed cover, and I really didn't want to take it off when I go camping because there's just a lot of stuff won't fit in it if I had the top to it. So to make it easier, I figured I'd get a utility trailer, fix it up. I can put all my stuff on there, keep it inside my garage. And then the other thing I wanted to do with it was to haul my kayak. And then that way I don't have to put it on top of my truck or anything like that. So I did some searching around for a while, and as you can tell, COVID had hit a lot of the hardware stores, so they weren't building too many trailers. What I ended up doing was these trailers at Lowe's, they weren't showing them in stock at any of the trailers, any of the stores here in San Antonio. So what I did find out was they did have some. There was a couple of stores that did have trailers. They just weren't showing them in stock. So I had to drive around town looking to see which ones had it. Now I narrowed it down to two kinds of trailers that I wanted to get. One of them was this one, the 3.5 by 5, and then the other one was the 4 by 6 trailer. That one had more space, but it had smaller walls. And I didn't, I figured these walls here would work better for me. I don't do any welding whatsoever. So anything I did to this trailer, I did with self-tapping screws and bolts and nuts, stuff like that. So I knew if I would have gotten the 4 by 6 trailer, I knew I would have to do some kind of weldings to make the walls higher, stuff like that. Then it had the long tailgate on it where it can fold down, and I didn't want that one either. I knew I would have to cut it. It was just going to be too much work for that 4 by 6. So I got this one instead, and I am so happy I did. So first thing I did, I purchased this at a Lowe's out in the north side of San Antonio. It took me about a month or so to find it. They only had 3 of them in stock when I first saw it. When I went to go buy it, they only had 2 in stock. So I bought it for about $750, give or take. And I had my Lowe's card, so it was a 5% discount, so it was all right. I brought it home. First thing I did to it was I took off the tires, and there were 12-inch tires that came with it. I went to a Northern Tool and purchased the size 14 trailer tires because I wanted it bigger. I wanted the trailer to sit bigger, taller. The other thing I did at Northern Tool is I purchased this jack in the front, which is about $30. The tires, they had them on sale, and I was able to get them at a real good price. They were like $120 a piece, maybe less than that. And so once I bought the tires, first thing I did to the trailer was I flipped the axle. When I flipped the axle, it raised it up almost 6 to 7 inches taller, and that would make this tire clear the fender and the frame. Now I know it's pretty close, but it's worked out fine so far. I was almost going to get the 15s because I really wanted bigger tires. But luckily, I know the 15s wouldn't fit, so I bought the 14. Before I installed them, I painted them a cement gray kind of color that'll match my truck. And then I installed them. The next thing I did was I was looking online for bed racks. So when I was in the process of looking for a trailer, I saw these bed rails racked like a ladder rack. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. This guy was selling them for $80. I went ahead and got it for $60 from him, which is a great deal. As you can tell, it's a real good brand. The problem is I only really wanted this rack, but I wanted it to go across this way. But unfortunately, since it's 3.5, it did not fit that way. So I had to install them this way. So having said that, I couldn't really use this beam. This is the one I was going to set like this cage or my kayak on top of. But since I can't do that, I went ahead and looked for some of these on Marketplace, and I found these. They're regular about $100 at Academy, and I got them for $60 as well from somebody that wasn't using. And they're practically almost in brand new condition. They are in excellent condition. Next thing I did is I was looking for a cage. Found this one off a guy as well, Marketplace. He had it for $80. I got it for $50 from him. And he even brought it to me. So it was a little bit scratched up, but it is heavy duty. It is a heavy duty basket. And he had these attachments on it, which he said he used to carry his bike. And I just put my shovel on here. It works fine. I'm going to get a bigger shovel, but I just put that on there to test it out. It holds on to this very well. And you can tell I put my brand up there. So for me to install these racks on here, like I said, I didn't do any welding. I had to drill some holes, which I did, and I bolted it down. And as you can tell, this thing is real sturdy. It is real sturdy. So I don't have any issues with it. Now this trailer, this comes with the back back part of it will come off this when you buy it. And it doesn't come with a clip or anything like that to hold it down. I had to put this on there so it won't come off. On my first test run on the trailer, I used something cheaper than this, and I got home and this thing was off of there. But it didn't fall out. The other thing that I did is I had these left over from a wagon, a fishing cart that I used to have, and I just installed them here again with self-tapping screws. Put that, so I've got a place to hold 8 rods if I need to. The only issue I have with this is that two of my rods are surf rods, and they have long handles, so it was pretty close to the ground when I put it on here. So I've got to figure out something. I'm probably just going to put it on top of the basket for those. The other ones fit fine. And then I used a bungee cord from there to there to hold the rods down so they won't pop up. So the next thing I did was I put a floor on it. I put a wooden floor. So I bought some 5.4 by 6 by 8 pre-treated decking wood. I had to buy 4 pieces. I used 3.5 of them. And I used these. These are the self-tapping screws that I got at Lowe's. I was able to use these right here. This size fit perfect. I only bolted the ones in the front and the ones in the first one and the second crossbar. And I didn't have enough room to bolt them to the back one. As you can tell from right there, it doesn't give me much room right here to bolt it to anything, but it's pretty solid. And then a couple of days ago, I went ahead and stained them a dark color. This stain had a polyurethane on it as well, so that'll help it with repelling the water. The only thing is I didn't do the bottom part, and I know I'm gonna end up regretting that. So I should have painted them before I installed them, but they're probably still gonna last me a couple of years, so I'm not really too worried about it. Again, they're bolted, I mean they're screwed down, so I can easily replace them if needed. So that'll be later on. So I did end up taking it on my first run, test run, to Corpus Christi, to Mustang Island State Park. I loaded it up. I'll put some pictures up. It worked out great. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. So I did use the 4x4 in a couple of spots, and but it towed it like if it was nothing there, really. I didn't go as fast as I usually drive when I'm going to the coast, which is about 80 miles an hour. But I went about 75 or 77, somewhere around there. So it didn't have any issues. I didn't see the tires rubbing. Now, I had some weight on it. I didn't have a lot, but I know I think if I put a lot more weight on it, I'm afraid about the fenders. What I'm going to do with the fenders. I might have to replace them with bigger fenders, but then if I get a bigger fender, this thing's going to be in the way. And then like I said, I don't know how to weld, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I just might take them all off altogether. I don't know. When I get to that bridge, I'll cross it. We'll see. The next thing I want to do is I want to get a awning, and I'm going to attach it to here. And then I'm not sure what kind of awning I'm going to get, but I want to attach it to here so I can have shade going back. I saw one that got some pretty good reviews. It's from Napa Auto Parts. And it's only like $100, 99 something. It's an 8-foot by 8-foot awning. So I might see about getting that one. The thing is that I go fishing to the coast, to the beach. I do a lot of surf fishing, and if you've done any surf fishing out on the coast, you know how windy it can get. So having an awning out there is going to be tough. So I need to make sure I get one that's going to work out there. But I do plan to do a lot of camping, and those awnings will work out great there. So we'll see how that one goes. So again, this is the Lowe's 3.5 by 5-foot trailer, and so far so good. So guys, like I said, I bought a lot of the parts and stuff off of Facebook Market. I try to save as much as I can. I think I got probably $1,200-1,300 into it already, and I am liking it. I am really, really liking it. There's still some other things I want to do. I got to look for a place to install a water jug and also a propane tank. Those are options that I might be looking at. The water jug is going to be this right there. The propane tank, I still don't know what I'm going to do. I might go buy a small one, 5-gallon, maybe 8-gallon, but they are so expensive. Just for an empty one is $80, something like that. When I can go to Walmart down the road and go get a new 20-gallon one filled up for $50, and then to fill it, it's only $20. So I don't know. I don't have too much propane items, but I do plan to take this griddle that I bought. I also have a small camper propane stove that I have that I'm going to use. Also, the other thing that I bought was this, and I got this at a very, very cheap price. It is an inverter. I was reading it on the local newspaper site. They had some kind of special. This thing regularly runs around $500 something, and they had it for only $225. They had like 2 special coupons off of it. So I got it for over 50% off, and that's going to help me out a lot. So I'm looking forward to using that. I can even use it at home when the power goes out, plug in my refrigerator. So that is about it on this utility trailer. Okay guys, that's it for the trailer for right now. Like I said, I'm going to add some other things to it. And once I get like the awning and how I'm going to do the propane tank, the water tank, and also I want to add a small storage box in the front on the tongue, but I don't know how I'm going to do that because I don't know how to weld. I might buy the parts and have somebody weld it for me. I'm not sure yet. So anyways, I hope you liked the video. If you do, press that like button, subscribe, and I'm going to be posting a lot of my camping adventures and fishing adventures as well with this trailer. And I hope you like it. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll answer them as best as I can. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.